Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here, and welcome to BMTV. And as you can see, we're joined once again by the incredible Chris Horne from Amscan. And I don't know what else to say. You know, you're the incredible Chris Horne.
Oh, thank you so much, Greg.
So, Chris, what are we going to do today?
Okay. Number stackers, marquees, whatever you want to call them, really popular. Everybody uses them an awful lot.
Indeed.
I want to just do a little variation of that, do a mini one, because sometimes these big things are too big.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine where I would put one in my house if somebody gifted me one of those.
Yeah.
Very beautiful, in the way. So I thought, well, actually, wouldn't it be nice if we did some little tiny ones that are just small bijou, little mini stacker. So that's really what I'm going to suggest.
Bijou mini stacker.
Bijou mini stacker.
Let's do that then.
I'm all about, at the minute, trying to create, small, sellable, easily produced, quick designs that people can turn out, because we're all a bit strapped for cash, aren't we?
Absolutely.
So if we can churn out things or design things and we can turn out really, really quickly and easily that appeal in terms of budget and design, then we're on to a winner, hopefully.
I guess the other thing as well, if you did do one of the big number stacks, you could have a supporting act in a
that's a good
stack.
idea.
So it's like, here you go, you get the big one, and for 50%, you get the little one as well.
Yeah,
or
that's
like
a good idea. It is a good idea.
And then they could have the big one at home, and then they could take the little one to work with them.
Keep it up.
Something like that.
More ideas? Yes, they could.
Yeah.
Absolutely, they could. So yes, that's what we're going to do. Small stack, little marquee. So I'm using just 5-inch balloons and a standard foil. Chosen this one. It's kind of a bit traditional, but it's got really nice colours. So once you put it with everything else, it comes into its own. And I've picked out the colours that go well. So I'm going to use Sempertex Fashion Rosewood. Mm-hmm. And one of the new pastel dust colours, this is pastel dust lavender, and then satin, which we don't use enough of, I think. It's a really nice colour texture. Satin green to pick up on the greens here. Pastel matte lilac, reflex violet, again, pick up on those there.
Yeah.
And the new pastel dusk rose.
Lovely.
Really nice colour combinations there to go together. So it goes threw it away.
Alex is going to rescue the balloon.
Alex will rescue the balloon. Thank you, Alex. I'll tuck it back under there till we need it.
Yeah.
So 260 and just assemble these. So these are inflated to 5 inches.
Okay.
Tie your 260 round the middle, and I'm keeping the colours opposite so that we kind of get a striped effect. So that there, like that. Mm-hmm. Let's move those out of the way.
Now, Chris, I may have asked you this question over the years in the past, and it could change, obviously, but do you have a favourite colour of Sempertex balloon at the moment?
Yeah, it doesn't change over the years. It changes
weekly.
It really does, because the seasons change, and then so suddenly you think, oh, actually, this is nice. But the pastel dusk colours have recently come out.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I think they're all fabulous, but I love the pastel dust blue. Okay. That slaty blue is smashing. So if I had a favourite colour, then that would possibly be it this week.
Is it a bit like your children? You can't have a favourite child, so you can't have a favourite colour. You're not allowed to have a favourite
I'm not allowed to have a favourite colour.
You love them all equally?
Yes, definitely. I mean, I do tell my granddaughter that she's my favourite granddaughter, but I have only got one.
Yeah.
So I could get away with it.
You're not lying. So.
No, I'm not. But yeah, it changes. This week it's pastel dust blue, but I mean, they're all.
How old is your granddaughter now?
She's 4. She's just recently had her 4th birthday.
It seems like yesterday you were telling me she was being born, being created, coming out.
No, she's 4.
Wow.
And she's amazing.
Yeah.
Drives me bonkers. Yeah. She is so full of energy. Yeah. I really don't know where it all comes from, but yes, she's lovely. I've got a grandson as well now, but he's 1.
Yeah.
So. Time goes really quickly.
It does.
A couple of 5-inch pastel dusk lavender, which I'm just going to tuck into the ends, because you need to tidy up the ends of these things, otherwise they don't look finished. So pull that in there like that. And then foil. So another 260, and I'm going to attach that nice and firmly at the base round the tail of the balloon, and fold that tail up and out of the way, because we might see it if you don't, because I'm trying to avoid having to put in loads of extra stuff to cover the mechanics up and everything.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It's all time spent and product used, and we want these to be nice and simple and easy. So there we go. And then I'm going to tie these ends together to make a loop. Remove any excess if I can. There we go. Tuck the scissors away there. And then just use this to hook into the
Right,
base.
okay.
So I'm going to just hook it round
Very simple.
like that. And it just pulls it in to the centre of the balloon and just sits there nice and firm.
I can't
So-
help but look at that balloon and the song "There's No One Quite Like Grandma" come into my head. It does look a bit like a grandma.
It is a
balloon.
little bit of a grandma kind of design, I guess, yes. Obviously, there's loads and loads and loads. You can do these with any balloon you like, but I just like the colours of this one,
Yep.
so that's why I chose it.
Yeah.
So they'll sit there like that, and then we're going to dress it up. So I've got a bubble chain. I'm not going to spend time on this particular episode demonstrating how to make that work, because I've done it
We've done
multiple
that already,
times on
yeah.
BMTVs before. So just refer to a previous
Have we
episode.
done a BMTV balloon basics on that? We have.
I think we
apparently.
probably have.
Alex is
yes.
nodding, so we have.
I'm sure he'll put the appropriate
I'm
link up
sure
on the
he will.
screen. Won't you, Alex? Yeah. I'm going to make 3 flowers of different sizes. So they're just made from a Reflex Violet 260. Give it a bit of a stretch, inflate it so that you've got enough on the end to give you your freedom to make the twists, let a little bit of air out to soften it, and then there's all umpteen ways of making flowers, but I like to do it just by making loops one at a time.
Yeah.
Because that way you can control the size of it very easily. So make a loop, tuck the end through, and then give it a bit of a squeeze to soften it, make another loop of the same size, make another loop of the same size, 5 or 6 petals. I mean, you can make more if you want to, but 5 or 6 is probably sufficient. I'm just pushing that into the centre. There are people that can do this far more efficiently than I, and create flowers that have perfectly sized petals. I'm not an expert about this, but as long as I can get the right effect that looks decent, then I'm quite happy with that. There we go, I think that's it. And then just deflate that last bit. Got very close to the end with there, but it was enough. There we go. And then just sort of arrange the petals. And then the centre of it is a 5-inch pastel dusk rose, the pale pink one.
Yep.
Really small. Squish the air right up into the top of it so that you get the right colour. Tie it off nice and tight. Pull it through the centre of the flower.
As always, you make it look very simple.
Yeah, well it is. You just need to practice.
Practice.
Everything I do is simple, as long as you practice at it.
Yep.
So there we go. So 3 flowers, different sizes, 1 bubble chain. All we need to do now is add them to the stack. So I'm going to untwist this, being very careful not to let go of the ends. This bit, which is a little bit larger than it needs to be really, but it was what was left over, actually comes in quite handy to push in between the balloons like that. Oh, There we go. Look, one of them has come undone.
Oh, no.
That's all right. As long as I can work out which way I was twisting, I can put it back. There we go. And then just wrap this around and tuck that end in to secure it. So it doesn't really matter where it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm going to add the small...
And if you wanted to, you could do it more uniform, couldn't you?
You could. Oh
have it
yeah,
nice
you could
and
be all
straight
nice and
whatever.
straight. And if that's what floats your boat. Oops. To be nice and uniform, then do that. But I'm not that person. I quite like to have that slightly off-centre, asymmetric, random look to it.
Yeah.
One there. Oh dear. Excuse me. This one, going to attach here and use the tail of the balloon, that's got air in it, to secure that into the middle there. When you're doing this, it has a tendency to push everything else out of the way, but you can adjust it back later. There we go, that's how I wanted it. And then this last one, I think there's enough to go where I want it to, but I do have the end of the bubble chain there, and I can just attach that on there. So that's it. Really, really simple. 2 or 3 elements, but just combined together to make a small mini
Brilliant.
number stack.
That could even fit on somebody's desk if you're
It
talking
could.
about work and stuff.
It could. It's an easily delivered and an easily displayed mini stack. What you could also do is, if you've got floral cellophane, this occurred to me again, things happen in the middle of the night, wake up. But this kind of thing, with the wide floral cellophane, the completely clear one with no printing would be great, but one with a very simple print. But if you lay out a long thing, put this in, bring the sides up, gather it up, big bow on the top, what a nice gift that's going to make for someone, or wrap it up. And it would also go double up as like a plastic bag that will keep them shiny.
Indeed.
So it could be displayed and sold as a retail pickup item.
That is wonderful. That is great, Chris. Thank you so much for that.
Very simple, but
very simple indeed.
Works well.
Right, another quick one. Another very sellable one.
Yep. This is what it's all about as far as I'm concerned at the moment.
Absolutely. So, as a guest on BMTV, you know you get to ask the question of the week.
Yes, I do.
Do you have one?
Yes, I do. I'm really surprising you this time.
You are doing very well this time.
Thought about these
absolutely.
things.
What's the question of the week?
Well, you might have noticed watching some of the many of the BMTVs that I've done in the past that I use modelling balloons an awful lot in my designs, because I think they give you that kind of extra detail, shape, line, whatever it is, just to set things apart.
Yeah.
They're not round like everything else.
Yeah.
And I don't think I could manage without them. So we are bringing in modelling balloons in all sorts of colours with Semtex wherever possible. So some of the new colours, the pastel dusks, come with modelling balloons to match. They're not in stock yet, but they will be soon. Well, I don't know when this goes out, they might be.
Okay.
Timing.
Yeah.
But no, I just really wondered whether you use modelling balloons a lot, and you know, or if not, why not? Because they are very easy to work with, and they do add an awful lot of extra detail for very little extra cost.
Good.
So do you use modelling balloons in your designs?
Do you use modelling balloons in your designs? And if not, why not? Leave your comments down below on Facebook and on YouTube. Chris, thank you so much for that.
Great pleasure.
Always. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon. And that way, you'll be notified every time we upload a new show. And check us out on Instagram as well. Stay happy, stay positive, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.